Greetings, in time and space. This is your host, TheAmariaShadow, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back once again to some more of Ace Attorney Investigations. We're going to be starting episode 3, Turnabout Legacy, today. So without further ado, let's get started on our way to today's adventure and see what's in store for us. Allons-y! What shall we make today, kids?
Samson!
And Judy's Bake and Bout!
Macarons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile is true, all that sweetness waiting for you. Look there, what, where, over there! The oven's got something special to share. Ping! Now let's see what we've got for you. It's cooking time! Are you ready to make something special together? Wow, talk about a blast from the past. Hey, Gregory. I'm going back there tomorrow with your boy. I'm finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. April 2nd, 10:05 a.m. Zodiac Hall, Fountain Room. Well, Fender, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Hey, you had nothing going on! Seemed like the perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star sign stuff together. I'm leaving. Chill, big guy, I'm just joking. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? The old man's last case? Of course. Karma took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became a prosecutor, and I reviewed them again last night after your invite, see? I was also present at the trial all those years ago, although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, and opposite him, the man who would become my mentor, Manfred von Karma. It was quite a case. However, it ended with the conviction of the accused. Ah, so you were there too. You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing? Well, that'll make explaining things easier. I wanted you to know something, see? That something being what really went down. Not the truth of those files, but the capital T truth. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. The buildings were covered with a blanket of snow. It looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. But things weren't so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. It was back before yours truly was the fine figure of an attorney you see before you today. 18 years ago. December 24th, 5 p.m. Detention Center, Visitors Lobby, Visitors Room. Hey, Mr. E, this one really came out of the blue, huh? It did. We were called in before the ink on the arrest papers was even dry. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant, Eddie Fender. A murder on Christmas Eve? What's the world coming to? In the dark of the night, at the end of the day, I saw two timeless saviors a coming my way. Welcome, my friends, to the visitors' room. And if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we will be soon. Whoa! Talk about an entrance! I was not expecting that. Neither was I. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm just so happy to see you both. Thanks very much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. You're the accused, I take it. I am. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, at your service. I look forward to representing you. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Pleased to meet you, sir. I'll do everything I can to help. Come now, Edward. Calm down, please. You have to forgive him. He's still new to this. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from full-fledged lawyer material yet. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it's an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from wrongful convictions. So the first thing to do is establish whether or not he is truly innocent. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little about yourself. What am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name. I'm Samson Tangaroa. What? It really is you? Samson Tangaroa? The world's greatest confectioner? You flatter me, my young friend. They call me Samson. All my pals do. Wow, thanks, Samson. I will. I can't believe I'm meeting you in person. Seems Eddie knows something of our client. Mr. E, it's the Samson Tangaroa, the singing, dancing confectionery making sensation. What shall we make today, kids? Macarons, waffles with cream. Chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness, waiting for you. Look there. What, where? Over there. The oven's got something special to share. Now, let's see what we've got for you. I almost started dancing along. No way! I got to sing with Samson Tangaroa! This is a dream come true! Thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand. Of course. I'm sure you're both very busy. Alright, where would you like me to start? So, you're not just a confectioner, but also a singer and a dancer? I sure am. When I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. I must really enjoy making desserts. Wouldn't be much of a confectioner if I didn't. I live to make sweets that will bring joy to others. Hey, they're not just things, they're works of art. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations, the stuff that dreams are made of. So he aims to create joyous and inspirational pieces, does he? I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion. It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when a body was found inside one of my creations. Inside one of your... No way! The detective in charge placed me under arrest because of it, and now here I am. But I could never take a life. Never. I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They'll realize their mistake. I sure hope so. And what can you tell us about the victim? His name is Artie Frost. He was taking part in the contest. Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why did he have to die? I'm sorry. He seems genuinely upset over the victim's death. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangaroa, there's just one last thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct. I swear to you I didn't do it. Like I told you, I can never take a life. Never. He seems quite sincere. Alright, I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise, it's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Gregory. Goodbye, Eddie. I'm counting on you both. December 24th, 6 p.m. Contest venue, Fountain Room. It's pretty cold out there, huh, Mr. E? I never saw so much snow. Yes, but it doesn't seem like it will be letting up anytime soon. Just look at this place. What a sweet house Samson's got. It's huge. Yes, big enough to hold an international confectionery contest, no less. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Come on in. We'll have some fun. Oh, no. Are you alright? I'm sorry. Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory Edgeworth by any chance? I would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, welcome to our humble abode. Judy Bound, it's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here, and Mr. Tangaroa's assistant. You're no housekeeper, you're Judy Bound, the Judy Bound. You know a little something of my work? A little, I watch you on TV every chance I get. I'm Bacon Bot's biggest fan. It's very kind of you to say so. We'd be nothing without our fans. And what might Bacon Bot be? It's only the biggest show on TV. Every kid on the planet loves it. The dynamic duo of Samson and Judy make delicious sweet stuff, all while singing and dancing. Like this, check it out. What shall we make today, kids? Cookie dough, caramel too. Fluffy choux cream, tiramisu. Everyone, come along. Baking treats with a smile and a song. There, ooh, where, woohoo! There is true. The oven's got something special for you. Just take a bite and you will see. That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo! That's along every time I watch the show. Miles might enjoy it too. I'll suggest it later. But all this dancing really takes it out of a guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea. Ah, this is Ceylon, correct? It's delicious. The citrus aroma is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall. Interesting, so this is what Ceylon tea tastes like, huh? How odd. The saucer's cold. Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it too hot. I see. These teacups are very unique, too. The design is really something. You think so? Thank you so much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite. They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Helique. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world. Clearly a big fan of his work. Oh, I am. These teacups are my greatest treasure. She's certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to move on to the reason we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier? Of course. I'm sorry for getting so distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see. You discovered the victim? It's true that the body was recovered from inside one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations? It is. We're in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase when I heard the sound of something big collapsing coming from Samson's room. Samson? Are you in here? Ah! I opened the door and went inside and there was Mr. Frost's body. Thank you. It's hard to make you live such a traumatic experience. Think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you. Nah, if you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you have to save Samson. He's no murderer. He could never do something like that. Of course. Leave it to us, Miss Bound. Thank you so much. I'll go serve the others their tea, then. Come, Eddie, to the scene of the crime. Yes, sir, Mr. E. Detective Bad? December 24th. Contest venue, Tangaroa's room. No way! Everything in this room's made of chocolate! I can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Samson's creations. It's something close and personal. I might be more excited myself if the room wasn't a murder scene. Just hearing you say that sends a shiver down my spine. It might just be the temperature in here. It's rather cold. Yeah, now that you mention it, it is pretty chill. Defense on the scene already? That was fast. A pleasure to meet you. Gregory Edgeworth. I'm representing Mr. Tangaroa. This is my assistant, Betty Fender. Nice to meet you. Bad. Detective Tyro, Bad. The detective in charge is named Bad, and a man of few words. Thinking about this just doesn't taste right. Did he really just eat that? You're eating your notepaper? He likes to chew over his thoughts rather literally, I'm afraid. It helps him to digest and remember them. a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. Although I'd be the first to admit that's easier said than done. What? With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we joined you in investigating the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen. What? How come? It's Edwards, Mr. Tegaro's attorney! Yeah, and attorneys will do anything to get him off the hook. You put words in their client's mouth. You think I need that on my crime scene? Mr. Edwards would never do something like that! I don't trust attorneys, okay, kid? Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on an investigation of the crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah? What of it? Then extend me the same courtesy. I believe he is innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent, and you didn't even see the scene yet? That's some flimsy lawyering. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. You about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you look over the scene? I am. Fine. Knock yourselves out. Thank you, Detective. I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. If you're good with that, go ahead and get to it. That was a lollipop this whole time? I must admit, I didn't see that coming either. We better get started then. I'll need you to take notes, buddy. On it, Mr. E! Let's get this over with. Okay, where to begin? Where to begin? First rub my face. Still a bit drowsy. I just technically woke up. This is where the body was discovered. Yeah, they took it away already, but everything else is just how we found it. It appears the body was inside the treasure chest. Yeah, a woman by the name of Bout found it. Samson, are you in here? Ah! So she heard something breaking and came in to see what it was. If only we had just a little more information. There's something else in here. Huh, it looks like a seal of some kind, with somebody's initials and an intricate shape carved into it. Is they making those fancy wax things on documents? Do you think it belongs to the victim? No idea, but it's gotta get logged anyway, so I'll take that. One of the stands for the ship is broken. The ship must have collapsed onto the treasure chest to smash it open. Wait, do you think... Could that be how the victim died? Was he crushed by the ship? If he was, this becomes an accidental death, and not a murder. You too serious? Don't worry, Detective. For the moment, we're simply discussing a possibility. I was being serious, though. Objection, can you tell us a little more about the state of the victim's body? Let me see. Got a picture here someplace. You can see for yourselves. Death was from blunt force trauma. What about the weapon? Has it been found yet? You could ask the prosecutor in charge about that. The detective's not one for sharing much, I see. Would you mind if we borrowed this? No skin off my nose. It's not like it's official. Bout took it with an instant camera when she found the body. An instant camera? Like it's disposable or something? No, it means that it develops pictures right there and then when you take them. No way, sounds pretty convenient. Now then, I better get my facts straight and take down some notes of my own. There's something in this picture that contradicts with the current crime scene. I'll need to call on my powers of deduction to figure out why. From a scour doesn't even expect anything that catches my attention. It's really rather impressive, making an entire ship out of chocolate. That's Samson Tangaroa for you. Don't you just want to take a big bite out of it? Which part to fight first, though? That's the real head scratcher, you know? Bite any part of it, kid, and you'll be off this crime scene so fast your head will spin. Hey, it was just a joke. Stop staring at me like that. I do sometimes wish Eddie could keep his cool a little better. Hang on, let me take a look see here. Right here. Where's the blood stain?
Eureka!
You said the only thing that has been removed from the scene is the body. Yeah, that and the piece of cloth it was wrapped in. And something here doesn't quite add up. It doesn't? Take another look at the scene in front of us, detective. The very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they removed the blood along with the body. Let me check with forensics. What is it, Mr. E? What did you figure out? Compare the treasure chest to the photograph to the real thing. In the picture, the solid chocolate bottom contains underneath the deceased's head. And yet, that part of the chest is now gone. The part with blood all over it. Exactly. So did the police remove it? Or perhaps the killer? It wasn't forensics. They're saying nobody took anything like that away. Interesting. So somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene? Could be. Alright, time for some logic! We only got 3 pieces right now, so let's go ahead and do the obvious ones here. The sound of something break, it has to be the broken stand that was on the ship, so let's go ahead and use connect these two. The stand broke, and the ship collapsed with it. And the loud sound it made brought Miss Bout running. Yeah, so the ship had already keeled over by the time she got in here. But why did the stand collapse? What caused it to break? Maybe the whole thing was off balance from the get-go. Could that really have been the case? Okay. Ooh, what's this? There's a very tasteful tableware here, along with some kitchen utensils. This tea set is of the same design as the one Miss Bout served us with earlier. You think Samson could have been drinking tea out of that? The pot and cup were just its prints. His were the only ones they found. Was that the case for the utensils too? Everything else had been washed, but there weren't any prints to find. And Mr. Tangaroa was wearing gloves while he was working on his confectionaries. That could explain why prints were only found on a teapot and cup. You are?
Sorry, meditating. Did you want something, detective?
Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edgeworth. A pleasure to meet you. And I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender.
I see. The name's Carmelo Gusto.
I'm a confectioner, here for the contest. You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto?
The art of air and sugar.
No way, look at that, it's a little baby seahorse.
It's a dragon, a noble sea-soaring creature of the skies.
But that's a dragon? It does look more aquatic than airborne.
Don't need to sugarcoat it. My design sense is weak. I know that better than anybody. That's why I'm heading to Shangfa when this is all over. I need to train hard.
Perhaps we should get off the subject of his design sense for now. So what are you doing in here, Mr. Gusto? I didn't think they were allowing civilians on the scene yet.
I just want to know more about one of the pieces in here.
Makes sense, seeing as he's a contestant. Perhaps I should ask him a few questions of my own. Those are some interesting implements you use, Mr. Gusto.
Sugar-blowing pumps. They put air into the sugar.
They're so cool, it's like watching a sword master do his thing.
I'm no master. Not a day goes by that I don't hurt myself one way or another. That's why I wear red. That way it doesn't matter when I make a mess. The way of the confectioner is a lonely one. You never stop learning, not until you die.
The way of the confectioner sounds like a long one too if he's still injuring himself on a daily basis. What can you tell us about the contest? Based on what we've seen so far, flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play.
The contest was Tangaroa's idea. It's about art, confectionery as art.
Confectionery as art?
Art you can eat. Be part of it. Every single item in this room is edible.
Whole plate does kind of smell like chocolate.
Tangaroa is a genius, a once-in-a-generation talent. Flavor and flair, he has it all. If you cannot do the god of perfection himself, you can't win.
I don't know, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kind of hard, yeah?
As it should be. Whoever beats him becomes the greatest in turn. That's the real prize here. Nothing else matters.
You're competing for a title, effectively?
And a treasure, the ultimate cookbook, Tangaroa's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. It's a list of rules that was given out to contestants.
Let's look at these rules. Prizes. The ultimate cookbook. The title of world's greatest confectioner. Rules. Judging will proceed clockwise from the leftmost room. All contestants to gather in Mr. Tangaroa's room when judging ends. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. Stands and display materials will be provided. Contestants may not enter another contestant's room until judging has been completed.
Sorry, I don't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over.
How was the judging organized?
It started at 3 p.m. Tangaroa began making the rounds right around then. He left his own room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise. Our creations were the first to be judged. After that, he went to Scones' room. She's another one of the contestants.
What can you tell us about her?
Ruthless, brutal. There's nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with Cream, some kind of dreamscape. Then, last of all, Frost's room. This thing was flavored ice. Sculptors this time, or so I heard. Down found the party, while Tangaroa was still making the rounds. She panicked, ran to call the cops.
Tangaroa went right on judging, claims he didn't know a thing about it.
Until afterward. Went ahead and looked over the victim's work, even though the guy was nowhere to be seen.
Pretty suspicious behavior in anyone's book.
I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet.
By the way, Detective Bad, what were you and Mr. Gusto talking about earlier?
I was going to ask about the piece of the wall here, the one in the frame.
It seemed like something was off.
Thought I'd better ask somebody who knows about this stuff. Then you bozos showed up and pulled me away from my very important work.
Perhaps we could take a closer look at it together.
Can't take a hint, can you? Mr. Gusto, would you mind helping us out?
Of
course. Confectionery is my life. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Are these finger marks? Yeah, but we don't know whose yet. So I haven't figured it out. No fingerprints. No ID. Finger marks without prints. They could certainly be important to the case. It's a real head scratcher, alright. Not really. I'm guessing whoever it was wore gloves. Ah, where's your sense of romance and adventure? Doesn't tend to be much of either at a crime scene, Eddie. Who knew you could make a picture this pretty out of chocolate? Samson really is a god among men. Is it really made of chocolate, though? Looks far too much like a regular illustration for me. You have a good eye. I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That's the ultimate cookbook. The ultimate cookbook? In other words, the grand prize. What? So it's not made of chocolate after all? No, the book is simply enframed in some. Tangaroa showed it to all of us when he gathered us here to explain the rules. The participants knew that the grand prize was in this room the whole time? Anyway, you see it too, right? The frame. Something's missing. Huh, the oddity Detective Dad was going to ask Mr. Gusto about earlier. Yes. You're right, Detective. Something is missing from this frame. So it's not just me. Huh? What's missing? I better show Eddie which part of the frame is missing some chocolate.
Take that!
Look at the decorative work in the corner here. Something's missing, no? Oh yeah, it's different from the other side. That's not like Tangaroa. The banners is missing. But that's not all. Take a look around. Every confection in this room is missing some small bit. You're right. The candle holder, the nautical stuff, they're all like that. Somebody deliberately damaged them? Very good question. Or the Tangaroa just wanted to look like somebody messed with his work. He'd never do that to his own creations. Never! Could this have some deeper meaning for the case? Achoo! Are you alright, Eddie? Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here. Yes, it wasn't exactly warm out in the fountain room either. But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket? No, I'm fine! And besides, you said you'd give it to me when I finally got my attorney's badge. I did, didn't I? Why do they have the heat down so low? Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look behind that panel on the wall. What panel? Look at that! It was here this whole time! There's one in each of the contest rooms. Tangaroa hit them so they wouldn't spoil the aesthetic of our works. And what did the controls do? They adjust the temperature and the lighting. Goes all the way down to negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit, cold enough to keep any confectionery from melting. So in effect, each room is a giant freezer. It's 59 degrees in here! No wonder I'm cold! Hey, Detective Bad, you, mind if we turn it up a little? Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. But I'm not a detective! The same goes for attorneys, Eddie. You must never disturb the scene of the crime. Get used to the cold. It's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees. There's no way around it. You know the temperatures by heart, huh? Guess it is your job. It's the very least I should know. Any real confectioner should be able to tell you that and more. Alright, what about lollipops and cream? If it's not too hot or too humid, a lollipop should be fine just about anywhere. Cream needs to be kept at around 50 degrees. You need to watch out for heat and humidity, huh? Duly noted. The Bad kind of brightened up when he was talking about lollipops, didn't he? I suppose he must be very fond of them. I don't believe there's any more to be found here. Alright then. If there's damaged creations, why did it break? All Mr. Tangaroa's creations are missing a little piece, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out. You think it could have been the killer? It certainly a possibility. Either way, I don't think we can safely say the stand was damaged in our mystery person's tampering spree. And when it broke, the shit fell and smashed open the treasure chest, which would have remained closed otherwise. How's it looking over here, officer? Nothing of interest in that cupboard, or... Yes, sir! So, there is? Oh, no, there isn't. Just a blowtorch used for cooking and some tableware, sir. You're in demand, Mr. Attorney. Nothing to add, am I right? No. So, you do have something to add? Oh, no. Can't get a straight answer out of anybody. Perhaps you should ask a straight question. What are you investigating, officer? Sir! I'm just taking the temperature of the water here. So what have you learned? Oh, it's warm, sir. The stream in each room flows into the main fountain, and then the water is circulated back to the rooms. Usual, to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one. Rich folks, they're all crazy. I think we're about done here for now. Well, if I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangaroa did it. No two ways about it. What do you mean? All the rooms in this place, locked from the inside. The only way to unlock them from the outside is with this key. I see. Who had access to that key? Who do you think? Tangaroa. It's the only one. There aren't any copies. With the mansion key, Tangaroa could slip into anybody else's room anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted. Mr. Tangaroa's room wasn't locked, was it? Nope. Which is exactly what makes him a suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking? I think Tangaroa did it. If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect, which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest, so the body was on full display. Everyone's supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up, but he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. One thing he didn't plan on was Bout finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking on this whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney? You also believe it was Mr. Tangaroa who damaged the other pieces in this room? Yep. I know you have to believe your client. That's your job, but I'm a detective, and I serve the law. And no matter how squeaky clean somebody might seem, a suspect is still a suspect. I fully understand your reasoning, Detective. Now, would you mind if I applied a little critical thinking of my own? Do your worst. Just as a detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. And I'm not about to just accept his version of events. In fact, I'm going to show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction in his claims. If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect, which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest so the body was on full display. That doesn't sound right.
Objection!
We've established that the body was hidden inside the chest, and that Miss Bout only came running into this room when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing. Sure, seems likely, based on the evidence. And yet you assert that it was Mr. Tangaroa who had smashed the lid on the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the shit that did the smashing. And if that had occurred only moments before Miss Bout had entered the room, then it couldn't have been broken by Mr. Tangaroa, who was out judging the contest at the time. I never said he did it then and there. He could have done something to the stand, so it collapsed when it was in the middle of judging. Have you any way of proving that assertion? Nope. Well, the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time. But it doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in this room besides those of Mr. Tangaroa? Yep, on the door. But we found Tangaroa's and Frost's prints on there too. We were all brought in here for a briefing, right before we started work on our creation. It was prints are probably from them. I think you haven't checked any of Mr. Tangaroa's work for prints. Why would... We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left some prints behind when they did so.
Fine. But if we don't find anything, your guy's still top of my list. Got it? You, check all of this chocolate stuff for prints now! Yes, sir! Right away! Detective Bad! We finished dusting the chocolate and we found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tangaroa, sir. Go on. Whose? Alicia Scone, sir. She's one of the contestants. Good work. You could go back to whatever you were investigating before. Yes, sir! So it seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangaroa. Even without your lawyerly input, I wasn't about to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll go speak to this Scone and see what she has to say for herself. Alicia Scone. Mr. Gusto mentioned her too. He said that she was ruthless, that she'd do anything for him. This Scone lady sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E? Yes, I think we'd better try to speak with her ourselves as well. Detective Bad, would you mind if we accompanied you? Babysitting you is not my job. Oh, come on! But I guess you did pick up a couple of useful clues already. If you want to tag along, be my guest. Thank you, Detective, you're too kind. But Detective Bad, sir! I don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor is still busy in there. It'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow. Who is this him? Who did they assign the case to? Manfred von Karma. What? They gave it to von Karma? He hasn't lost a case in 25 years! Manfred von Karma, the living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We've never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to assure a guilty verdict. I can't let that distract me. For now, I need only continue to do what I believe is right. To be continued. Oh, goodness gracious! And with that, we shall end today's video. So tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to record tomorrow. I could record some Marvel Rivals. I could record some more Ace Attorney. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, because usually on Saturdays I tend to take breaks. But yeah, that is officially all the time I have for today. So thank you all for watching. And as always, your host, TheAmariaShadow, saying along Z, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!